Hello everyone, today I want to show you the color selection I have in my watercolor palette boxes. So these are the palettes that I use when I am sketching outside. And this box here is the Micro Portable Painter palette, and I really like this because it comes with these two water trays or water bucket, and this is very convenient to bring around. So you can keep this very easily. So I'm going to put this box aside because I have already made a video talking about the color selection that's in this box about 2 years ago in 2019. So the color selection in that video and in this box right now, it's the same. So today I just want to show you this smaller box. This is the Micro Portable Painter, and this is a very compact watercolor palette box that I have been using more frequently or more often compared to the bigger one, because this is so small, so lightweight, so compact. This box is about 2 times the size of this, so this is very easy to bring around. Many of the colors that I have in this box are actually not in the 12 pan box. This is a limited color palette with just 6 colors. This pan can actually hold 6 half pans, or 2 half pans and 2 full pans, or 4 half pans and 1 full pan. So for this yellow here, this is Azo Yellow PY151 from Daniel Smith. This is a lovely intense yellow. I usually use Hansa Yellow Medium, but here in this box I have Azo Yellow. And this red is a warm red. It's probably Anthraquinoid Scarlet. Sometimes I like to use the pan halfway and then fill a different color on top because I fell out of love with the original color. So the initial color that's beneath is probably Pyro Scarlet, and I like Anthraquinoid Scarlet because or warm reds because they mix really well with yellows to produce very vibrant orange. I prefer to use warm reds compared to cool reds like rose or magenta. I have yellow ochre. So I have this in the palette mostly to mix skin tones with the warm red. You can mix skin tones very easily with the warm reds. Or you can actually dilute this color to just paint a light yellow wash. And this can be good for painting walls that are not like white, that are off-white, that are slightly yellow. The phthalo blue green shade that I have here, this is PB153. It's a cool blue. This phthalo blue serves two purposes. One is to mix a bright yellow green with this Azo Yellow. So here I can mix this very vibrant green that almost looks like phthalo green. If I add more phthalo, then it looks like phthalo green. The other use for phthalo blue is to mix it with a warm red to get this very dark color, which is kind of close to black, but it's not exactly black. So I use this to paint like really dark shadows, black. Even though it's not black, not exactly black, it doesn't have to be black to give you the illusion that it's black. And next is Cobalt Blue Deep PB74. I really like this color because the granulation is gorgeous. But this is an expensive color, unfortunately. So I usually use ultramarine, but for this small palette I have Cobalt Blue Deep. I usually mix this together with burnt sienna to get this neutralized gray. You see the beautiful granulation on this paper. This paper is Fabriano Studio Cold Press watercolor paper. I can also mix some granulating greens with cobalt blue dip. So these are the 6 colors and the possible color mixtures. The limitation here is I am not able to mix a vibrant violet or purple because there is no cool red. Now, the best version of Cobalt Blue Dip PB74 is actually from Kramer Pigments, and I happen to have a half pan here, so let me show you the difference between this versus this, which is from Schmincke. All the other colors are from Daniel Smith. Let me paint it here. So here you can see the colors. The color is like more intense compared to this Schmincke's version. And the granulation here is just gorgeous. You know what? Let me mix this with burnt sienna. This is how Kramer Pigments Cobalt Blue Dip looks. As you can see, the granulation is very intense. And this is Schmincke's Cobalt Blue Dip. The granulation is there, but it's not as obvious compared to Kramer Pigments. So if you want the true blue Cobalt Blue Dip, then the version from Kramer Pigments is the one to get. Let me show you some of the sketches that I have painted using this limited color palette. By the way, some of the sketches that you are about to see, I actually have made videos for them. If you want to see me paint using this palette in the real world, check out those videos that I have for you. The links will be in the video description below. So for this sketch of a marketplace, I have used Cobalt Blue Dip for the shadows here and here. Cobalt Blue Dip mixed with some phthalo blue to get some variation. And for the greens, it's mostly Cobalt Blue Dip and phthalo blue mixed with azo yellow. That's why I can get all those vibrant greens. And for the vegetables, just Pyro Scarlet. And here is a street scene. So this row of shop houses are under shade, so I use Cobalt Blue Dip mixed with burnt sienna to paint this area. And the reds or the orange here were mixed with Pyro Scarlet and azo yellow. And here we have a lot more orange, azo yellow and Pyro Scarlet. And for the greens here, this is probably azo yellow with Cobalt Blue Dip. And for the greens here is phthalo blue with azo yellow. And the shadows here, Cobalt Blue Dip with burnt sienna. So when painting with this limited color palette, I don't have to think too much. I mean, to mix a green, I only have these two options. To mix orange, I only have this option. So it's very easy to paint with a limited color palette. And the colors will work very nicely together. You can achieve color harmony very easily with a limited color palette. This is another street scene. This scene is quite simple in terms of the color scheme because it's just blue, grays, orange and greens. For this building here, I think I probably use yellow ochre, just a light wash of yellow ochre to paint. So instead of mixing azo yellow with blue and red to get the muted yellow, I just use yellow ochre. This street scene, azo yellow, Pyro Scarlet and Cobalt Blue Dip I did not use a lot of phthalo blue except for the really dark areas, for the shadows, for the blacks. So when I use Azo Yellow, Pyro Scarlet and Cobalt Blue, the colors, the values are not like that intense to the extreme. So this actually allows you to show off more of your line art. If you use too many dark colors, the darker colors will actually cover the lines. This is Cobalt Blue Deep with Azo Yellow and Phthalo Blue. This was painted while I got my bicycle repaired at this bicycle shop. This was actually quite challenging to draw because there are so many bicycles here and all the shapes are like, wow, a lot of different shapes. Challenging but fun and very satisfying after you see the sketch come to life. So these are the 6 colors I have in this palette and they work well for me. Right, that's all. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video. Bye.